Hi, welcome to A Chef's Kitchen in historic downtown Williamsburg, Virginia. I'm John Gonzales, the chef and owner. And this is, again, from so many requests from our customers to demonstrate the pastry bag made out of a piece of parchment paper. And here we go. This is a rectangular piece of parchment paper the way we buy them in what would be a half sheet as opposed to the full sheet tray size. In the grocery store, you probably have to buy it rolled up, unfortunately. When you do buy those things, think ahead, cut it off in sections the size of your baking sheet trays, stack them up, put another tray on top of them, and find a place in your kitchen that you can keep these things flat, because it's kind of maddening to try to use it right off the roll, bouncing back on you like that. But we buy them flat, and the proper way to make a pastry bag, or the most efficient and useful, I find, is by folding a side of this rectangle down so that these two edges are parallel. You can see this right triangle forming here like that, and as exact as possible. And with a very sharp knife, we want to cut the right triangle away from the rectangle. Now, right here in the center of the hypotenuse is where I want a really good clean cut, because that's going to be our decorating tip area. All right, so there's our right triangle. You can save that piece for something else. And here we go. The center of the hypotenuse of this isosceles right triangle will become the decorating tip. Now this one wants to curl this way, so I'll use that to my advantage. And you see what happens when I start to form the bag and curl this into that. The center of the hypotenuse is still there. These 2 points of paper line up perfectly. So there's the center of the hypotenuse again, and that allows this guy to come around the third point and land in the exact same spot as the other two. And we can realign this so that they're dead on, and the center of the hypotenuse is there. So once again, a real quick, easy roll into the bag, into this new tube, point to point, and third point in. And that's automatically the center of the hypotenuse. You can tape this if you want, or staple it down. I don't like staples around food. I'm going to dog ear it, so hopefully it stays in place. And this is kind of important. I'll fold this down first and pinch that down and make sure it's good and tight there, and do that little, what do you call that, paperclip design we did in the third grade. And you can see the seam there. We need a little holder upper. Here's some really good chocolate. The 60% bittersweets you can buy in the grocery store. This is Cordillera from South America, from Colombia. A wonderful chocolate. And it's couverture. It's a really good melting chocolate. I'm going to pour that into the bag, and hopefully the bag doesn't come undone at this point. This is one of the things we do at our dinners that we teach at A Chef's Kitchen, special occasion kind of stuff. Now keep this seam, this is the part that wants to come undone, so I keep this up where I can see it and pinch it, and we're going to squeegee this stuff on down, fold into the seam, kind of locking it in place. It can't get away from us now. And there's our little decorating bag. And we'll cut the tip off, whatever size you like, something kind of delicate. One of the things we have fun doing here is for special occasions, happy birthdays or anniversaries. But writing on the plate, and if the chocolate's really hot, it will come out really runny, and you won't have as much control. And also, of course, you don't want to heat the chocolate up to the point that it separates. But notice this flowing motion. I don't really have great penmanship, but when I'm using my whole arm from my shoulder down, kind of like writing on the chalkboard, you can see how you get this flow. So I'm kind of squeezing and keeping all this going at the same time, and whatever type of stuff you want to write on here. And then there's this little thing we do, which is kind of fun. It's a classic cake design, kind of using the side of the pastry bag as a paintbrush. kind of pulling and squeezing at the same time. There you have it, the little pastry bag technique, a little scroll and writing demonstration. And we thank you for visiting us at A Chef's Kitchen, YouTube. Appreciate it.